Hey guys, during my venture into the AI world with the virtual SoundCloud DJ and the Vlad.chat interface, I've been looking into a new real-time API and speech-to-speech models. Today I'd like to go through some of the shared repositories from the OpenAI to explore its capabilities. If you're interested to know what is the platform is capable of at this moment, welcome to my video. I'm a Vlad, software developer with over 10 years of experience in building software products. You can find me on Upwork, where I'm hanging out most of the time. Let's check what we have. First one, we have the OpenAI Realtime Console. So what do we have here? First one, I have three projects that I'd like to explore. The first project that I want to explore is the OpenAI Realtime Console. This is the project that's designed to help debug, inspect, and generally understand how the OpenAI session works. It looks like the stack is fairly old. It relies on JavaScript and Express and a white middleware for probably rendering the client. The J6. So what do we have here? Some navigation and a session control with a tool panel. Session control, we have stop, send client event, I assume it's the video, send text message, and send server events. This application calls to the real-time calls API. With the ephemeral key. And where the ephemeral key, it goes from the token. This is the session one. Okay. So it does expose two calls, the session and the token. Both of them are just proxy to the OpenAI API. That takes the token and receives the SDP. And this one also uses the same. For some reason this one is declared as the OpenAI key, but this one also declared as cost. And then with the session. Alright, let's see it in action. Alright, so what do we have? A color palette here. Call this function when a user asks for a color palette. Theme and colors. Okay. Hello there.
Hey, great to hear from you. How's it going today? Feeling ready for a fun chat?
I'd like you to generate me a theme, some of the natural colors, some of the neutral tones. What do you have?
Ich habe eine Palette zusammengestellt. Schau dir diese neutralen Töne mal an. Gefallen dir die Farben?
That's a new. Why are you talking German with me? I'm talking on English.
Oh, my bad. I must have misunderstood. Let me fix that. Here's a set of beautiful neutral tones for you. We've got a soft off-white, a warm beige, a muted gray,
What?
a gentle earthy rose, and a rich terracotta. Hope you like them.
Alright, thank you.
You're very welcome. If you need more ideas or want to tweak that palette,
Let's check what we have on the real-time console. To always check the rate limits. We have a type and event ID with the response. And the output and a transcript. RTC peer connection. The RTC peer connection interface represents a web RTC connection between the local compute and the remote peer. So it takes the track from the, it's creating the dynamically the audio element with autoplay, and then pulls the audio element of the stream. And this part, it takes the recording to get the user media, specifically audio, and then set it for the track, on track and add track. Alright, here it calls again for the real-time call with the ephemeral key, and ephemeral key it gets from the getting the token. Then it goes for the response, and then set remote description of answer, and then this is the peer connection, and the peer connection is the reference. Okay, what about the send client? What do we have? If we have a channel, then we send to channel. This is some sort of defensive check. If the server does not provide correct response structure for some reason. And then it set events. And the events are this is the events that we get. Alright, this is our stop session. Double check for the if we have a data channel, then we close it. Then if we have a peer connection senders, we close each of them. Then we close the connection, and then we clean it up. Alright. And the send client event. When we have an event to send, check if we have a data channel available. Actually, we can do something if data channel is not available. We should just return early and remove this indentation. Alright, and a text message is a text message. Okay. This little console provides a basic interface to check your payload structure. What is the real-time API sending and receiving, and the response of a function that is called, or the result of the function that is called. Pretty handy and pretty useful to debug real-time agents. The real-time agents. This one is quite more sophisticated. Let's check the README. This is a demonstration of more advanced patterns for voice agents using the OpenAI Real-Time API, the OpenAI Agent SDK. Let's check the SDK. JavaScript SDK. And the core concepts of this SDK is a agent handoff which is a specialized, essentially glorified tool call for transferring between agents. The guardrails, the checks, and tracing for logging does support a bunch of features, except the long-running functions that they are looking to improve, and the voice pipeline, which is interesting. Chain text-based agents using speech-to-text and text-to-speech into a voice agent. So what do we have here? The agent declared a simple new agent. Result is the running on the agent and getting the output. It's just a simple example. Then we have the weather. We supply the tools and then we do the same run. And the handoff. Let's check the handoff in a project. Let's run it. Let's see what it looks like.
Hi, you've reached New Telco. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to know about my account balance.
Let me check. May I have your phone number to pull up your account?
My phone number is +1234568
All right. Give me a moment.
Here it get a call to check the phone
Thank you
number
for waiting. I've pulled up your account. How can I assist you today?
to get user account information. And this is what the information it has put on me. Alex Johnson with this email with my plan. And balance due. Let's ask how much balance, what is my balance at the moment? What is my balance?
1 moment.
It asks for
Your
account
balance
information
is
again.
$42.17. This month, the amount is a bit higher because of international calls and some data overage. If you have questions about any charges, just let me know.
Yeah, why it is higher and by what amount?
Let me look into that for you. Your balance is higher due to extra charges from international calls and data overage. The total increase is $9.75, $6.50 for international calls, and $3.25 for data overage. If you need a full breakdown or have more questions, just let me know.
So the chat supervisor pulled the relevant context from the last user message of the phone number and make a function. This is a response. Okay, it's called from another place. Let's ask for where is it coming from? What were the calls and where they were coming from?
Let me find that out for you.
Yeah,
I'll get the details of
keep calling the
international calls for you.
supervisor.
One moment while I pull up that information.
And now it's pulling up information, but it's still connected. So, yeah, are you ready?
Let me check on that right now. I'm retrieving the specific details about your recent international calls right now.
It's still
Please
retrieving.
hold for a moment.
So the conversation can keep flowing and still retrieving. That is interesting. How long do I have to wait?
Just a few moments.
How about now?
Almost there. Just a bit longer.
How about now?
Let me see if I have that info ready now.
Do you have it now?
I'm still working on that. Just another moment.
For how long you gonna work?
I appreciate your patience. It can take a little time. Would you like to continue holding, or should I arrange for a callback with the details?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I wanna hold, but for how long?
It shouldn't be too much longer. Just another minute or two. Thank you.
Why it's so long?
I understand, and I apologize for the wait. I just need to make sure I have the exact details for you.
Interesting. Okay, let's wait. I think we're gonna be waiting indefinitely at this point. Okay. Anyway, let's check another scenario. Oh no, let's check this scenario of a chat supervisor here. So it's declared that it's helpful junior customer service agent. You are very new and can and can only handle basic tasks, and will heavily rely on the supervisor agent where they get the next response from supervisor tool. And this tool determines the next response whenever the agent faces no trivial decision produced by a highly intelligent supervisor agent returns a message describing what to do next. And the key information and the function takes the key information from the user described in their most recent message. This is critical to provide as the supervisor agent with a full context, as the last message might not have to be available. Okay to omit if user message didn't add to any new information. Alright, and when it's executed, it passes to a different model. So it could be passed to much more smarter model to figure out what to do next, with a conversation history and a relevant context. And this is the tool. To look supervisor agent tools, to look up internal documents and policies by topic. What are the internal policies? Let's check. Let's check if we can pay for or change the. Okay, what is the example? Family plan options. Let's check if we can change our plan.
Hi, you've reached New Telco. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to check my plan, my current plan. Ah. Hi, I'd like to check my plan, my current plan.
Sure. May I have your phone number to pull up your account?
Yes.
Could you please provide me with your phone number?
Let's check the phone number. This one. +1 206 135 1246.
Got it. Let me check that.
Did
Your
you get?
current plan is Unlimited Plus, which
Yes.
gives you unlimited
I'm
talk,
Alex.
text, and high-speed data. Is there anything else you'd like to know about your account?
Is there any other offers? I'd like to check other plans. What is available?
Let me take a look at the available plans for you. We currently offer a family plan where you can add up to 5 lines and share data with a 10% discount for each extra line. There's also a 20% discount on the Unlimited Plus plan for the first 6 months if you activate a new line by July 31st, 2024. Additionally, if you refer a friend, both of you can get a $50 bill credit after 60 days of service. Would you like to hear more about any of these options?
I'd like to change to this plan. Can I do that?
Let me check what's needed to change your plan.
Now it's calling a supervisor.
Yes, you can change to the new plan. Would you like to add additional lines, or are you interested
User
in a
wants to check-
specific promotion?
User
Let me
wants
know
to
your
check their
preference and
plans.
I'll guide you through the next steps.
User wants to check their current plan. Phone number provided. Oh, you have a promotions? What are those?
We have a promotion with a 20% discount on the Unlimited Plus plan for the first 6 months if you activate a new line by July 31st, 2024. There's also a referral promotion where if you refer a friend, both of you get a $50 bill credit after 60 days of service. Would you like more details on one of these promotions?
I'd like to take the offer on this promotion.
Got it. Let me see what steps we need to take to apply that promotion for you.
Okay, let's see.
To apply the 20% discount promotion, you'll need to activate a new line before July 31st, 2024. Would you like to add that new line now, or do you need help with the referral promotion instead? Let me know how you'd like to proceed.
Alright, I think we are still before July 31, 2024. Let's activate.
Let me get the process started for you to
In fact,
activate
we're
that
not.
new line with the promotion. I'll need the phone number you want to use for the new line, or if you prefer us to assign a new number for you. Let me know which you'd prefer.
Just assign a new number for me.
Got it. Let me go ahead and start that process for you.
User wants to check their
I'll
current
start
plan.
the process to add a new line and apply the promotion. Please hold for a moment while I set this up.
Phone number provided. User wants to check their current plan. Phone number provided. User wants to check the current plan. And then it just hangs. Okay. Interesting. Family plan. And this is the information that can be pulled before the session starts. The family plan, the promotion discount, international plans that I haven't checked, and handset offers. Example store. You know, maybe I should just visit your in person.
Sure. Let me help you find the nearest store where you can visit us.
Let's check.
Could you please provide me with your zip code?
Yes, let's go New York. 1018.8. My zip code is 1018.7.
Thanks for that. Let me quickly find the nearest store for you. The closest store to you is our New York City Midtown location.
Find nearest store.
55th Avenue, zip code 10118. They're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Their number is 212-555-7007. Would
Alright.
you like any more information?
Alright. Okay, that's enough. Interesting. So the two responses: get user account information, look up policy, and find nearest store. Iteratively handles function calls returned by the responses API until the supervisor produces a final textual answer, returns that answer as the string. Okay, system. For each function call, return the supervisor module executed locally and 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 append it. Output the request as a function called output item. Okay, basically call a tool, and then add some breadcrumb and get the response with the tool output. Alright, that was the chat supervisor of the chat agent. So here's the sequence diagram. First we hit the exchange the messages between real-time mini. We exchange, and at some point it needs more advanced information where it goes to the supervisor. Then supervisor will also call some tools and then return the result back, and then goes exchange again. What are the benefits? Simpler onboarding. So if you already have an agent, you can give the same prompt and set of tools to the supervisor and make some tweaks to the chat agent prompt. You have a natural voice agent that will perform on par with your text agent. Rather than switching your whole agent to the real-time API, you can move one task at a time, taking time to validate and build trust for each user before deploying to production. Build trust for each task. Okay, high intelligence. You benefit from a high intelligence, excellent tool calling, and instructions following of models like GPT 4.1 in your voice agents, and a lower cost. Okay, this makes sense. This is the chat agent, Voice Sage. You must not answer, resolve, or attempt to handle any other type of request, question, or issue yourself. For absolutely everything else, you must use the get next response from the supervisor tool to get your message. This includes any factual, account specific, or process related question, no matter how minor they may seem. Alright. That was the chat supervisor scenario. Alright, let's continue checking another agent. This time, a simple handoff.
Hello there. Would you like to hear a haiku?
Yes, show me what you got.
Great. What topic would you like the haiku to be about?
Self-sabotaging.
Here's a haiku for you. A stumbling shadow, tripping on its own footsteps, yet dawn still rises.
Okay, let's see what it got. This is the haiku writer agent with a simple handoff. What does it mean? Let's check the session. So it created a token, it got the token, it tried to connect, it connected. It created a new conversation, and it got it created. Then the session, then the response got created, then the session got created. Read the user and ask them if they'd like a haiku. If yes, hand off to the haiku agent. Alright. That have able to call the function to transfer to haiku writer. And a handoff. Alright. So session created and session updated 3 times in a row. Maybe some sort of configuration or something. Then the conversation get created with the hi. Then response, then session updated again, then output added, then a next conversation item created, a part of the content added, then some audio buffer finished, content part finished, and output item is done, then response done, then rate limits updated, then output buffer stopped. Quite a lot of events happen at one time, right? Alright, so what next? Then stop, then buffer cleared, buffer finish clearing, input buffer committed, triggered, then committed, created, finish, response created, then audio transmission, then response added, and everything else goes the same sort of pipeline. Let's check the haiku. Let's see, this is not a customer. Simple handoff. Haiku writer and a greeter. So I guess the first one is the greeter. Greet the user and ask them if they'd like a haiku. If yes, hand off to this agent. And there's the handoffs. Yes, please.
Great. What topic would you like the haiku to be about?
What do you think? Anxiety.
Here's a haiku about anxiety.
For some
Racing
reason.
thoughts at night, like waves crashing on the shore. Breathe and find calm seas.
Alright, simple handoff was pretty straightforward and explanatory. With just one handoff to the haiku writer, it handed over to a different agent. Fairly simple. Let's check the customer service retail agent.
Hello, this is Snowy Peak Boards. Thanks for reaching out. How can I help you today?
Let's check what's inside. It's just customer service retail. First of all, we see the authentication. And this is the authentication agent. There is an initial agent that greets the user, does the authentication, and routes them to the correct downstream agent. So some character configuration, then the context. This is the business. This is the products. Okay, let's ask about the snowboard. What kind of snowboards do you have?
We've got a wide variety of snowboards for different skill levels and riding styles. Whether you're into freestyle, all mountain, or powder riding, we've got something that'll fit your needs. Are you looking for something specific or just browsing your options?
What is the powder riding?
Powder riding is all about floating on fresh, fluffy snow. So powder boards are designed to give you more flotation. They're typically a bit wider and often have a bigger nose to help you stay on top of the snow. It's a totally different feel than riding groomed trails.
That's some
fun
sale.
of that deep snow experience. Are you thinking about getting into powder riding?
Alright, even some reference pronunciations for the brand name. Let's check its capabilities. Only those that are provided to you explicitly in your instructions and tool calls. You should never claim abilities not granted there. The specific knowledge about business and its related policies is limited only to the information provided in a context and should never be assumed. You must verify the user's identity before providing information or performing account-specific instructions. Set the expectations early that you need to gather some information. Whenever the user provides a piece of information, always read it back to the user character by character to confirm. But I'll repeat it back to you to confirm, don't say. Interesting. If the user correct, you always read it back to the user again to confirm before proceeding. Okay, must be something specific. You must complete the entire verification flow before transferring to another agent, except for the human agent, which can request at any time. Let's check. Can you request a human agent?
Of course, I can connect you with a human agent. Let me handle that for you. I'll get someone to help you right away.
Now the agent is a simulated human, which is supposed to be. Okay. Let's check. Conversation states. Get the first name, get and verify phone. Okay, get authentication, then address, then make an offer. Okay. This is the authenticator first. Okay. This is the tool, save or update address. Then update user offer. Okay. Is there okay, there is a return, simulated human. Is there any sample information? This is the sales. This is a different agent. Okay, nothing. Okay, so first have to authenticate me. Let's check. Let's start from the beginning.
Hello, this is Snowy Peak Boards. Thanks for reaching out. How can I help you today?
I'd like to know what kind of snowboard do you have?
We've got a pretty wide variety of snowboards for all skill levels, whether you're a beginner just starting out or a more advanced rider looking for something tailored to freestyle or powder. Are you looking for any specific type of board or riding style? I'd love to help narrow it down for you.
Can you propose something, maybe for the beginner?
Sure thing. For beginners, you'll generally want a board that's a bit softer and more forgiving. That kind of flex helps you get a feel for turning and controlling your board without catching edges too easily. Something with a twin shape is great too, so it's easy to ride either direction while you're learning. Are you comfortable with your height, weight, and shoe size? That'll help us pick the right size as well.
Yeah, I'll take this one.
Awesome. So just to make sure everything's set up right, could I please have your first name?
Vlad.
Thanks, Vlad. I'll just need a bit more info to help with the sizing and any account-related details. May I have your phone number, please?
Yes, it's +123456789.
Thanks for that. Let me read it back to confirm I got it right. You said your number is +123456789, correct?
Yes.
Great. Thanks for confirming that. Could I please have your date of birth as well?
Yes, it's 1st of January, year 1.
Got it. So So your date of birth is January 1st, 2001, correct?
Yeah, close enough.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Now, could I please have the last four digits of either your social security... I'm sorry, but I can't help with that specific detail right now. But let's focus
What
back on the
happened?
board you're interested in.
Do I
Are
please have
you
the...
looking for a full setup with boots and bindings as well?
Oh, I didn't pass the guardrail for some reason. How come? The message requests sensitive personal information like social security number or credit card details, which raises concerns about data privacy and can be classified as potentially unsafe or untrustworthy behavior. So it's supposed to follow the flow of getting this, but now it's stopped by its own guardrails. Interesting. Yeah, I would like to buy it.
Great. We can definitely help you with that. We've got some excellent beginner-friendly packages that include the board, bindings, and even boots if you need them. Would you like any recommendations for boots and bindings to go with your board?
I just want to buy a board first.
Got it. Focusing just on the board for now is a great way to start. Once you're comfortable with that, you can always build around it. Would you like me to help you pick out a specific model based on your height, weight, and riding style? That way you'll have the perfect size and shape for your needs.
Yes, I have an average height, average weight, and my riding style is novice.
Perfect. Thanks for that info. For someone starting out with an average build, I'd recommend something between a 150 and 155 centimeter board, depending on your exact height and weight. A softer flexing board with a rocker or hybrid profile will keep things easy to control. Would you prefer a more all-mountain board, which is versatile for a bit of everything, or are you more likely to stick to groomed slopes? That'll help narrow it down even more.
Let's see something interesting. Yes.
Alright, an all-mountain beginner board around that size range will
So
give you a
all
lot of
mountain.
versatility. That type of board will handle groomed runs, a bit of powder, and even some light park riding as you progress. We've got some great options in that category, and we can definitely help you find the right fit. Once you're ready, I'll connect you with one of our sales specialists
Okay,
who can guide
finally.
you through the exact models and help you get your order placed. Just let me know if you're ready for that.
Let's do it. Now I transfer to the
I'll pass
sales.
you along to a specialist who can finalize the board selection and help with your purchase. Thanks so much, Vlad.
Alright. Did it go through? This is the sales. Okay. What do we have? Look up new sales. And this is the categories. Then add to cart. Then checkout. Okay. Hello, what kind of snowboards do you have?
We've got all kinds of snowboards.
For some reason it
from
didn't pass the
beginner-friendly
context
boards to
that I
advanced
already want
all-mountain,
to buy.
freestyle, and powder boards. Are you looking for something specific, like a beginner board or something more advanced?
What is your cheapest option?
Right now, our most affordable
Okay,
option on
did
sale
look up
is
for
the
new sales.
Alpine Blade snowboard. It's currently 20% off at $360. It's a
Sales.
solid board that's great for beginners or progressing riders. Would you like me to add that to your cart or give you more details on it?
So the retail price is 500. Retail price is... Yes, please.
I've added the Alpine Blade snowboard to
Did
your
add
cart.
to cart.
Would you like to go ahead with the checkout, Or do you need any other gear or information before we wrap up?
No, that's about it.
Got it. I'll just need your phone number to verify your purchase and proceed
Okay.
with checkout. Let me know when you're ready.
Sure, my phone number is +123456789.
Perfect. I've started the checkout process for you.
Did?
You'll receive a confirmation link to complete the purchase on your end. Let me know if there's anything else you need help with.
Interesting. So this is how they orchestrated it. Checkout and checkout link. So that's about it. Checkouts and then check. Alright. Okay, let's take the final one. Something wrong. Can I talk to a human?
No problem at all. I'll connect you to a human team member to help sort that out right away. Thanks for your patience.
And it transferred to a human. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So that's what we have for a simple handoff demo. We covered the simple handoff, the retail agent, and customer service agent. They showed us the workflow, including multiple steps that's calling the functions, and led the conversation to a final step, which was pretty nice. Alright, that's it for this demo. Alright, let's check the last one, the Open AI Realtime Agent and a Twilio example. In here we have actually two components, the web app itself and a WebSocket server with the MIT license. So what do we have? Open the three terminal windows, web app, WebSocket and ngrok. Okay, let's start web app. Right, for that we need an active Twilio account, the phone number, we need to start the local server. This is the WebSocket server. Right, we get the server. Then, yeah, we need to update the ngrok. And we need to start the ngrok. Right. We take this, we need to update something. We need to update the environment to change the public URL. It does a little check up. When you press update webhook, it actually gonna update through the API, and supposedly we are ready to start. This is little dashboard which we have a number, and supposedly we can call this number and we will have the conversation, and the assistant will connect and we will have the conversation. Alright guys, now we are running it. Let's see what's inside. What do we have? The implementation details. Web app is an Next.js. WebSocket is the Express that handles connection from Twilio, connects it to the real-time API and forwards messages to the front end. Twilio uses TWML, a form of XML, to specify how to handle full calls. When a call comes in, we tell Twilio to start a bidirectional stream to our backend we will forward message between the call and the real-time API. So there's two relays coming in from the Twilio to the phone, and then from the Twilio to the Open AI. Two times. First one inside internally on the Twilio platform, and the second one on the actual between the happens externally on the actual application between Twilio and OpenAI. Let's see. And all of TVML just to say where connect to. Sure, some modern technology. Anyway, the Twilio requires to have a webhook that will be called the ngrok address, which is essentially the server. And when the call comes to the Twilio will call the server to receive the instructions, what to do with the call, and then opens the bidirectional stream to the backend. Some of it goes for the WebSocket, some of it goes for the HTTP. Alright. First, let's check the app. The app pretty simple. It's just here's the call interface. Let's see what we have. The number, if it's ready, the items, the call status, and the WebSocket. So what happens first? If all configuration is ready and WebSocket is there, if all configuration is ready and WebSocket is not initialized, we initialize WebSocket for logs. Then we open connections, that status for the connected. If we receive the message, we get the handle real time. When we close, it's we clean it up, and then we set the new socket, and then it calls webhook again, and then it checks if it's WebSocket there, and it skips everything. Okay, so the function that we're interested in is the handle real-time event, and this happened when the session is started. So far it's quite a lot of state management that happens on the inside the component, not as the outside. Let's check the server. We initialize the express, we initialize the WebSocket. The public URL is the WebSocket. Twil ML is what we are receiving. And this is WebSocket. We initialize in WebSocket. Okay. So we just get this. Just pass the URL for the socket. It's supposed to be call. WebSocket path name is call. So the parts call, parts logs. Okay. So if the WebSocket for the call, and if it's current call, we close. Current call we close. Then we get a new WebSocket connection. Then we handle call connection. And then we handle, okay. How we handle call connection? First we clean up, then we initialize Twilio connection. We take, okay, we construct another object. So the only interested part here for us is how do we handle the Twilio message. And the message we're supposed to handle when it started, we get stream ID and try to connect the model. If we get the media, we send the JSON, and we send the JSON, we send it to WebSocket, and we send it to the model connection. When we get the media, we send it to AI. When we start, we initialize AI. When we initialize AI, we set up connection with it, which is also sending. Okay, when we receive here on the initialization of AI, when we receive the message, here we should send it back. Where are we sending back? Yeah, we're sending back, using the same method, we're sending back the Twilio connection with a different structure of events, stream ID, and media. And media is the payload event delta. Then we send another one, the mark, delta and the mark, delta and the mark, delta and the mark. It's quite a bit of an organization of the two different streams, and to be able to relate to one and another and match them is not quite it's not that particularly straightforward, I must say. This is specifically a function call output, and the rest is function that support or do the cleanup. Alright, that was the server that listens to the call. Here is receiving Twilio. On the WebSocket, on the first WebSocket connection, it's receiving the Twilio connection. Then initialization of the call is making the Open AI session. So handle call connection, when we receive a Twilio message, this is where Twilio message start. This is where we initialize the model. And when we initialize the model, we have the real time, without the tool, without anything, with the not an ephemeral key like in the previous examples. We initialize with the Open API server key. And if we open the connection, we send in an update for the whisper and the codecs. And when we receive a message on the model connection side, we send it back to the Twilio connection side. And on the Twilio connection side, we're sending it to the model connection side. That's basically the gist. That's basically what is happening. Okay. Numbers. This is the endpoint that we call the number. No? This is the endpoint where we check the Twilio incoming calls from incoming numbers. This one when we accept the call. Then the webhook. Webhook will just send the webhook URL. That's it. Okay, and on the route, and the page is not the real page, is the call interface that is here. And the call interface also connects to the logs, right? And the logs we get where's the logs? the logs. This is the logs. Handle front-end connection. And when we receive the logs, we probably call the get the message and sending JSON to the model connection. This is for the logs. We still sending to the model with the message. Alright. Alright. And if we get the message, when we receive the log, we handle real-time events. And how we handle real-time events? We create a new item. And the new item is created on the front end to show the logs. Okay. Okay. Then we are back and we're showing the, where is it, logs, set items, the items, and this is the transcript of the items, which is just the card of the item of the it. Now the transcription items that get mapped over, yeah, here it is, that is get mapped over with the tool on the user, and then it's just displayed over here. Alright, that was the Twilio real-time client. Here is the little diagram what happens when we get a phone call. Here we start. Call is placed on Twilio managed number. Yes, Twilio number. Twilio queries the webhook. Twilio instructions. So phone calls Twilio. Twilio calls instructions. Instructions received and gets the server. Then it connects to the server. Phone calls Twilio. Twilio calling webhook. Webhook calling TwiML. TwiML responds with the URL. Then Twilio calls the URL with WebSocket connection. At this point, OpenAI, we initialize OpenAI session with the real time. So if we receive a new package from Twilio, we pass it to the real time. When we receive a finished real-time output from OpenAI, we pass it back to the Twilio, and so on and so forth. Between Twilio and the real-time API, between the front-end and real-time API. Alright, that's about it what I wanted to cover. Stay sane, do proper state management, organize and architecture your projects properly.